Good morning, Year 2. It's Marvellous Monday, and this week we're going to finish our learning about measuring, particularly looking at measuring length and height. Today, though, we're going to have a go at using our knowledge of multiplication and addition to have a go at solving some word problems that involve the measurement of length and height. Have a look at the in-focus task for session 7. Holly sticks 5 stickers in a row. What is the total length of the row of stickers? Now, trying to find the answer to this question is pretty much impossible without any more information. And I want you to talk to your adult or your learning partner, not to find the answer, but to discuss why we can't yet find the answer, but also how might you find out the length of the row of stickers? What information do you need to know? What is missing? And then maybe what strategy you could use to solve the answer. Pause the video to discuss. Now we're going to have a look at 2 different methods of how you could solve this problem if you had more information. And the main information that was missing was how long is one of the stickers, because we can't work out the total length of the row of stickers until we know how big the stickers are. We have a look at what Elliot did. He's used multiplication to solve the problem. We've got the information now that each sticker is 2 centimetres wide, and 5 of those stickers have been put next to each other. So he's realised that if each sticker is 2 centimetres and there are 5 of them, we simply have to multiply 2 5 times. That gives us the answer 10 centimetres, because 5 times 2 is 10. Remember, when you multiply, it's commutative, so you could swap it around and you could say, well, each sticker is 2 centimetres and I've got 5 of them, so I'm going to do 2 times 5 to give me 10 centimetres as well. So Elliot has used multiplication. Let's have a look at Charles, because Charles has come up with the same answer but used a different method. He said, I can also add 2 centimetres, add 2 centimetres, add 2 centimetres, add 2 centimetres, add 2 centimetres equals 10 centimetres. The row of stickers is 10 centimetres long. So he has used repeated addition. Now, these are the 2 methods that we're going to use in today's session and practice. Both of these methods you would have already learnt in Year 2, so it might just be a matter of recapping, consolidating how you do multiplication and repeated addition, and then practicing a little bit more. Let's move on to our guided practice. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to have a go at this first before I share the 2 methods we could use. Now, ideally, it'd be good if you could have a go at finding the multiplication fact and also have a go at finding repeated addition, just so you are really confident in using both methods. And later on in your independent learning, you can choose whether you want to use multiplication or whether you want to use repeated addition. Here it goes, question 1. Ravi stacks 3 identical boxes. The height of each box is 4 centimetres. What is the total height of the stack of boxes? Can you solve that problem using the 2 different methods we've discussed? Multiplication and repeated addition. Pause the video before we go through the answer. Okay, so let's talk through question 1. We know that each box is 4 centimetres and Ravi has stacked 3 identical boxes on top of each other. Therefore, we want to know the total height of the stack of boxes. Now, if I know that each box measures 4 centimetres and there are 3 of them, I simply need to solve 4 times 3. And if you've been practicing your times table rock stars, you should straight away be able to know that the total length would be 12, because 4 times 3 is 12. Now, because multiplication is commutative, you may have done it this way instead. You may have said there are 3 boxes and each one measures 4 centimetres, so the height of all 3 of those boxes together is still 12 centimetres. Now, if we think about how Charles solved the first problem, he used repeated addition. We know that each box is 4 centimetres, and we know there are 3 of them. So we're going to add 4 together 3 times to give us the answer 12 centimetres. So we can say the total height of the stack of boxes is 12 centimetres. Hopefully you got the same answer. If not, go back and see where you may have made your mistake. Okay, question 2. Again, I'm going to ask you to have a go at this on your own before I share any workings. There's no picture, so it's a bit trickier. Amira puts 6 toothpicks in one line. Each toothpick is 5 centimetres long. What is the length of the line of toothpicks? Can you solve using those 2 different methods? Pause the video and have a go. You might want to draw a picture to help. Okay, let's see how you did. Now, the first thing I would do is draw a picture because I like to see things visually. She has put 6 toothpicks in one line. Now, I'm going to draw 6 toothpicks. They might not quite all be the same length, or you might have toothpicks at home you could do this with. And it says in my word problem that each toothpick is 5 centimetres long. So I'm just going to label them 5 to remind me they are all the same length. Even if the picture isn't quite the same length, I'm intending them all to be the same length. Now, using the first method of multiplication, I can see that each toothpick is 5 centimetres and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So I can simply write 5 times 6. And again, because you've been practicing your times tables and you should know your 5 times tables by now, you should know that 5 times 6 is 30. So we can say the length of the line of toothpicks is 30 centimetres long. Okay, and again, because multiplication is commutative, you may have thought about it the other way, but make sure the story that you're telling us matches the way that you've written the multiplication. So this time I might say that Amira has 6 toothpicks and each one is 5 centimetres. So I should get the same answer. The total length of toothpicks when they're in a line is 30 centimetres. And if we think about Charles's repeated addition, we can see we have got 5 6 times. So we're simply going to write 5, add 5, add 5, add 5. A bit tricky to write on the mouse, so I do apologise. Add 5, add 5. Just going to check I've got 6 there in my calculation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equals 30 centimetres. Exactly the same answer, 2 different methods of completing. Let's move on to our independent learning then to see if you can practice either both these methods. It would be good if you could do both of them for each question, or if you're really confident with one of them, maybe practice the one you're not so confident with. Okay, so let's have a look. Question 1. Amira stacks 10 identical books on top of each other. Each book is 3 centimetres thick. What is the height of the stack of 10 books? This question is asking you to use multiplication to solve it. And you've got the picture here, so why not annotate it with the measurements that you've been given to help you visualise? Question number 2. 5 identical pencils are arranged in one line. Each pencil is 9 centimetres long. What is the length of the line of 5 pencils? Again, annotate the picture with the numbers and the lengths from the question you're given. Can you solve this one using multiplication and repeated addition? Do you get the same answer? Question 3. A wooden plank is cut into 5 pieces of equal length. And you can see that on the diagram, they are all equal. Each piece is 10 centimeters long. We want to know how long was a wooden plank before it was cut. Can you show this via multiplication and repeated addition? Have a go. Question 4. Hannah uses 12 centimeters of ribbon to make a flower. What is the length of ribbon she needs to make 2 of these flowers? Again, can you solve using repeated addition and multiplication? Can you do the commutative multiplication? And the last question, question 5. 8 identical tables are joined to form a long table. Each table is 2 meters long. What is the length of the long table that has now been formed? Anna, take the picture. Can you solve it in 2 different ways? Now, those of you who want to push yourself a bit more have got 3 extra challenges, and they all link towards each other. So I've given you a big variety of different word problems that involve measure. Extra challenge 1, the green questions are the easier ones. Even if you think you can do the harder ones first, I want you to do at least 5 green ones to make sure you're really confident before you move on to extra challenge 2, which are the orange questions. These are a little bit harder than the green questions. Have a go at least 5 orange word problems. And if you think you're confident and you're managing to solve them quite easily, have a go at moving on to extra challenge 3. The hardest questions. You might need to draw pictures to help you. You might need to use addition, multiplication. You might even need to use subtraction or division. These word problems are available on the school website as a document if you wish to print them out along with all the worksheets. Great work today, Year 2s. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.